So we've seen a problem like this recently in the homework set. Here's another one. On the same set of axes, graph each line um, in the system shown below. What is the point of intersection? Does more than one exist? I guess point of intersection, and how do you know for sure? So let's take a look at the equations. I've written them down below here so we can look at them closer. The first one has a y-intercept way up at 2, and it has a slope of -1. So if I start here at 2, and a slope of -1 would be down 1 over 1. So this down 1 over 1. This pattern would be one of our lines. By the way, down 1, forward 1 is the same as me going up 1 and back 1. So this would be the same line continuing in the other direction. So that's our first line, right? X minus, or the opposite of x plus 2. The other line has a y-intercept way up at +6 and a slope of 3. So let's go ahead and go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's our 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a slope of 3. So I go up 1, 2, 3 over 1. And I can go down 1, 2, 3 and back 1, down 1, 2, 3 and back 1. So at that point, 1, 2, 3 and back. At that point, I see the lines. Let me go ahead and, I guess, connect the dots. There we go, they're nicely connected. And we can see, we could see before I connected the lines, that our intersection occurs when x is -1, it's right here, and y is +3. Now the question asks, is this the only solution that's possible? And I'd have to say, yeah. Why do I know that? Well, these aren't curves, they're lines. And this line is going to continue to go, the red one's going to continue to go this way, right? And this one, or this way, go both of those directions, and the green one's going these ways. I just don't see how they're not gonna curve back on each other and ever meet again. So it's just the one intersection. And this one point, right, x is -1 and y is 3, would make both of these true, right, if I plug them in. For example, when I plug in -1 for x, this becomes the opposite of -1, which is +1, and 1 plus 2 is 3, right? This becomes 1 plus 2, which is 3. So it checks. The other one, 3 times -1, let's see, 3 times -1, and then +6, which is -3 plus 6, which is 3. It checks also. So when x is -1 in both cases, it forces y to be 3. And that's the only spot that they're going to intersect with each other.